Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our webinar this afternoon. I am Kate and I'm from the partnerships team at Art Curriculum Plus, and this is Carys, who is going to be taking you through the information this afternoon. If there are any questions as we go along, feel free to put them in the chat and I will do my best to answer them. I'll also pop back at the end if there are any further questions. But Carys, over to you.
Nice. As Kate said, I'm Carys. I'm the Senior Delivery Manager for Maths Secondary, and I work directly with our schools on the programme, and I also create and maintain our training and CPD offer. I'm really excited to give you a little bit more information around the secondary maths programme today. So let's start with a little bit about who we are. So we're Art Curriculum Plus. We're a non-profit organisation committed to raising attainment for all pupils, with a particular focus on those who are the most disadvantaged. We design and we support high quality mastery curricula in maths, English, science, geography, where all of our designers and delivery colleagues are subject experts and have all had experience working in schools. The Maths Mastery programme was our first, and it remains at the heart of what we do. So launched in 2012, it's been continuously refined and through rigorous research and close collaboration with thousands of teachers. And today it supports over 250 schools and is making a real difference in how maths is taught across the country. So if you join the programme, you're becoming part of a national partnership, so a community of schools working together to achieve excellence in maths education. And this is why we exist. This is our mission, that every child, not just high attainers, deserve both enjoyment and success in maths, because both matter. But we know that that is not the current reality. And despite our best efforts, international studies continue to highlight deep-rooted issues in the UK teaching scene. And I'm going to share just some TIMSS data from this year. So the confidence decline in age. So in England, maths confidence drops from 76% in year 5 to only 57% in year 9. That gender confidence gap also is by year 9, only 10% of girls feel very confident in maths compared to 20% of boys, so double. And 44% of girls report low confidence versus only 30% of boys. The socioeconomic disparities, and we know that year 9 students on free school meals score continuously lower than other students. And in general, that just achievement decline. So in year 5, England is ranked 8th in the list, but by year 9 falls to 13th. And many of you that are here will be well aware of these statistics already and how they directly affect your pupils. So the case is clear. Something has to change. And it starts with how we think about maths. I want you to just reflect for a moment. I'm going to give you, 10 seconds thinking time. What does it mean to you as a teacher to be good at maths? So you might have said something along the lines of, or you might be thinking, reasoning, being able to make connections between topics, solving new or unfamiliar problems, being resilient and not being put off by making mistakes. I think that's quite common. So these are all answers, real answers from teachers. And I want you to think now, what do you think a year 7 would say coming into school in September? What does it mean for them to be good at maths? I think this one's quite easy. I think we always know being really fast at doing the questions, getting it right, not making any mistakes, and also being able to do everything in your head, not having to write anything down ever. And I think how many times when I was teaching did I tell anyone, you have to write your workings, you have to write your workings, and any other maths teachers here will know that. And I ask this question every year in our induction, and I get very similar responses. So this difference in how teachers and pupils, how we perceive excellence in maths, it really matters. And it reveals a lot about how students have come to see maths, and it's often shaped by years and years of lessons that have focused on speed and accuracy. And when our expectations around success is different, confidence and understanding can really suffer. So even if you've got really rich tasks in your lessons, that can just be reduced to something where students think we need to rush through it and we need to get it right. And if we want every child to succeed, we need a shared understanding of what it means to be good at maths that values thinking, reasoning, and understanding. And that is the shift that mastery will bring. But what is mastery? The term maths mastery, it's been around for decades and its meaning is really varied. So, and even within your own school and your department, you might have different interpretations. So where it was originally developed in the 1960s, mastery learning has really gained in popularity in recent years. And its title is very often applied to very different approaches, which has led to some confusion around its meaning and others to sort of dismiss it like it's just another educational trend. But at its core, mastery is a powerful idea. And when it is implemented well, it can transform how students learn maths. You might have heard some misconceptions, such as mastery is just rote repetition, just sticking at the same topic forever. It is a copy of Shanghai or Singapore maths, or that it's just another word for being proficient in something. That is not what we mean. At Art Curriculum Plus, our definition of mastery is that you know you've mastered something when you can apply it to a totally new problem in an unfamiliar situation. And that's very similar to what I was saying earlier about teacher perception of maths. It's very similar to what we want here. And that is the goal. So not just memorizing steps, but building that really deep and flexible understanding that every pupil can use. Because at its core, mastery is about knowing and understanding, not just doing. And every child deserves that chance to have that opportunity. So how do we make mastery a reality in every lesson for every pupil? So Dr. Helen Drury founded our Maths Mastery programme, and it was based on her research into why so many students were leaving school without those mathematical skills that they needed for life, for further study, and for work. And her research led to the development of the core principles that underpin everything that we do. And they're the foundations of our approach, and we call them the 5 pillars of mastery. So we have high expectations. We've got one curriculum for all, with the belief that every pupil can achieve fluency and reasoning within it. Conceptual understanding, so small connected steps and clear representations that build that deep understanding of the mathematical structures, not just the procedures. Mathematical thinking, so every lesson includes opportunities to reason, connect ideas, and engage really deeply with their learning. Communication. Talk is central, and we equip students with the language to think and speak like mathematicians. And finally, practice. Meaningful practice helps students process and internalize ideas, both if they're doing it independently or with their peers. And these 5 pillars, they're not just abstract principles, they are embedded in every one of our lessons across every year group, and they shape how the curriculum is designed and how it's taught, bringing mastery to life in the classroom every single day. Our Key Stage 3 curriculum is carefully sequenced so that knowledge is built over time, but also with a real clear eye on where students are heading. So each unit connects to what's come before, and it also lays that groundwork for what's coming next, supporting deep conceptual understanding and long-term confidence. We want students to reach Key Stage 4 and 5 with strong foundations, fewer misconceptions, and the resilience to tackle more complex ideas. And that starts now in Year 7. Because of this careful design, we strongly recommend that schools begin rolling the programme out with just year 7 in the first year, and this gives both teachers and students the best possible chance to engage deeply with the curriculum with the right foundations from day one. It also makes implementation a little bit more manageable for teachers, avoiding that extra work of trying to retrofit curriculum gaps with year 8 and year 9 who haven't had the benefit of that earlier content. So this is all about setting up for long-term success, all about making sure that that curriculum is being built on in that successful way. So what does it look like in the classroom? So now we've explored the principles, let's look at what the structure of that lesson is. So the Maths Mastery programme is fully resourced with slides, tasks, planning notes and subject knowledge support. They're not just worksheets, they are carefully designed tools that support high quality, consistent teaching while allowing that flexibility for yourself and your teacher's professional judgment. So here's a quick overview of what a typical lesson would look like. Starting with a retrieve task that activates prior knowledge and is sparking discussion. We've got do now, so these are optional and flexible starter tasks that come with every lesson. We've got key learning slides that break down the concepts into manageable chunks, and model slides, which have carefully designed examples that demonstrate techniques, but also address misconceptions before students go on to do independent learning or independent practice. Quick checks, these gauge understanding, sort of mid-lesson, and they really support that responsive teaching model. We've got student practice, where meaningful talk tasks that can be done independently or collaboratively, and the student book, which contains backwards faded differentiated tasks that mean all students can start independently and build their resilience. Then at the final task in the lesson is an exit ticket. It's a really short few questions to assess students' understanding from the lesson. To support teachers' preparation and development, there's also access to detailed guidance, overviews, and embedded CPD. One thing to remember throughout this is once adopted, this curriculum is yours. All the resources are adaptable to suit your context and align with your department's goals. Our aim is to reduce your planning workload so that you can focus on the maths itself, supporting deep conceptual learning through expert teaching. And as I said, we are more than just a curriculum provider. Maths Mastery is a fully integrated programme that supports you and your whole team in every aspect of maths teaching and learning. So alongside the curriculum materials, you receive ongoing support from a dedicated delivery lead, who is a maths expert who knows your school and your context, high quality CPD to develop both subject knowledge and pedagogy, assessment tools and data dashboards to monitor progress and inform teaching, including free access to our partner assessment platform, SmartGrade, and teaching and learning opportunities and resources throughout your time with us to collaborate and network. This isn't about just handing over a scheme of work and hoping for the best. It is a partnership. It's a partnership focused on long-term school-wide improvement. And our programme adapts to your school's needs through 3 delivery tiers, and they each offer a slightly different experience. So the Mastery tier, you've got access to the core curriculum resources, online CPD, and email support from a delivery lead. Then Leadership tier, so you get everything in Mastery tier alongside our live CPD offer, plus 2 live online development sessions, and an in-person visit from your dedicated delivery lead. And our final tier, tailored tier, you get all of those other benefits, plus 2 additional live development sessions and 2 in-person visits, so offering that deeper support there. You also get access to, as I said, all of our CPD offers. So our CPD calendar runs throughout the year. It's aligned with curriculum and pedagogy, focusing on building confidence and subject knowledge within your teams. It isn't just a one-off inset, it's ongoing developmental CPD that's designed to grow with your team. And sessions run once per term with two 40-minute sessions, so one for teachers and one for mastery leads, each term, to maximise the impact that we have while respecting and acknowledging how your time and how busy teachers can be. The programme leadership modules, which run for mastery leads, are a really great chance to connect with other mastery leads nationwide and help build that networking and that supportive community throughout the mastery curriculum. All of our modules are badged, which means that teachers' time and engagement with professional development is recognised and credited. And our mastery leads on our programme are all working towards their certificate in programme leadership accreditation throughout the year. And you will have support from your delivery lead in making sure that everyone has all that information. So that is all the logistical sides of our programme. And to kind of wrap up our session, I guess, you are here because you care about improving maths education and want to change the story for a lot of your students. Today, we have focused on the why and the logistics of the programme and maths mastery. But if you do want to explore what that could look like in your school further, our partnerships team would love to chat. And I've got their contact details up on the slide now. So thank you very much. And I'll ask, I guess, if there's any questions in the chat, or Kate, you can let me know, or if you want people to unmute. So yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, no, we haven't had any questions in the chat, so I'm assuming nobody has any questions. Yeah, do please take note of the contact details at the bottom. I would be more than happy to meet with anybody, as would my colleague Eva. So yeah, take note of that email address and give us a shout if you've got any questions about anything, or if you would like to book in any time with us. So that just leaves me to say, Carys, thank you very, very much. Really informative session. And I look forward to meeting you all soon.